match is scheduled for one fall. About to make their way to the ring, they are the team of Ricky and Robert, the Rock and Roll Express.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first round of our tag team tournament, match number 1, where the winners of the tag team tournament will go on to face Triple X to decide who will become the NWA World Tag Team Champs. We'll get into more details after JB introduces the opposition for the Rock and Roll.
And their opponents. They are the team of Cowboy James Storm and Wildcat Chris Harris, America's Most Wanted.
NWA representatives have ruled that 4 teams, in addition to Triple X, are in what they consider the title picture. You see 2 of the teams in the ring, the Rock and Roll Express and America's Most Wanted, Storm and Harris. They will square off tonight in the first of the first round bouts in this tournament. We will also this evening have another first round matchup involving Ron and Don, the Harris brothers, against the Disciples of the New Church. The 2 winners of the tag matches tonight will go on for round number 2 next week, and the eventuality is that the one team that remains meets Triple X. That match will decide the NWA World Tag Team Championship belts.
And Mike, I don't know if you agree or not, but I think that's the right decision because Triple X did not lose their belt last week. It was, held up because of the double pin at the same time, but I think that's a good decision to let the others fight it out to face Triple X, because even though it was the most incredible match we saw between them and the Disciples of the New Church, Triple X still did not lose their title.
Yeah, and when you think about it, the 4 teams that they've picked are certainly the 4 teams that have been right in the thick of things in terms of tag team competition. Certainly America's Most Wanted has to be in there, and the way the Disciples of the New Church as well, the former tag team champions. But then look at what the Rock and Roll Express accomplished a couple of weeks ago.
They beat America's Most Wanted.
Exactly.
Obviously, AMW took them lightly and didn't realize the vast experience of the Rock and Roll Express. Take a page out of Michael Jordan's book and Jerry Rice's book. It's not over till you say it's over, but I'll tell you something. Great matchup, but AMW has got to do something here, Mike. They have got to get themselves back in the picture, or they stand to fall farther down the line. And I'm telling you, Chris Harris and James Storm are too good to let that happen, but if they don't watch out, it will.
Yeah, certainly the experience edge here goes with the Rock and Roll Express, but then you have that youthful enthusiasm of America's Most Wanted in terms of Storm and Harris. Robert Gibson in control here in the early going as Gibson and Morton have taken the upper hand against America's Most Wanted. Gibson in the ring against the Wildcat Chris Harris. Sends him off diagonally into the corner and then follows it up with a running clothesline.
Rock and Roll Express, former 3-time champions.
Former NWA World Tag Team Champions, right? No question. You look back through the history of the NWA, and there were many years when the Rock and Roll Express were dominant in terms of the NWA World Tag Team Championship picture. Morton for the pin attempt, broken up by Storm in the ring. Wow, what a wild way to start off the show. I'm expecting to do an in-ring interview with J.J. Dillon, and here comes Russo and the Harris brothers. The Harris brothers had that same rope that they tied Jeff Jarrett to the ring ropes with last week, and we saw that incredible footage at the start of tonight's program. I just have to wonder in my mind about the revenge motive for Jeff Jarrett and what Jarrett is going to do to try and get revenge against Vince Russo.
Well, at this point, there's nothing he can do. I mean, he's recovering from the severe injuries that he took, the severe beating that he took. And it was one of the most despicable things I've ever seen. But I'll tell you what, there will be hell to pay when he returns, and you can bet on that. You can bet on that.
Mid-ring collision. Morton and Harris both go down. Who's going to get to the corner? Who's going to get the tag in? Or who's going to recover first?
The Rock and Roll Express, of course, what a surprise entrance they made when they came in, and the whole crowd figured if anybody was on the side of tradition, it was the Rock and Roll Express.
I know, I sure did.
And man, did they fool everybody when they joined Sports Entertainment Extreme. And you know, I talked to them, and they told me that's what we're all about, is sports entertainment. That's what the Rock and Roll Express is all about. So I can see their point.
And in the process, they attacked America's Most Wanted. Storm, able to skin the cat, comes into the ring, and then hits the enziguri on Ricky Morton.
I'll tell you something. Storm and Harris have got to make a move, and they've got to do it now. They've got to get the momentum back, and they've got to get on their search for the back for the belt if they want it, because right now the Church has got to be the odds-on favorites to take on Triple X.
Referee Andrew Thomas out of position in conversation here with Wildcat Chris Harris. Missed the pin attempt by Storm. Turns his attention as Morton goes for the cover thanks to Gibson. And the Rock and Roll Express almost pulled it out. That time they get the 2 count on James Storm.
Well, nobody can deny that those two don't know each other like the back of their hand. Of course, I'm talking about Ricky and Robert, and with all the years that they've been together.
Storm was able to get the tag into Chris Harris as the Rock and Roll sent him into the ring ropes, and now it's double team time for America's Most Wanted. Morton to the cover. Hey, double drop kick.
That's teamwork.
That one's right out of the Rock and Roll Express playbook.
I'll tell you something, we have seen such a transformation in Chris Harris and James Storm since the beginning of NWA TNA. I mean,
action back in the ring. Harris has got Morton.
There he goes. Oh,
got
man.
He hit the perfect
One,
plex.
two.
He
Did he
got
get it? It's over.
Perfect plex.
And he points up to the memory of Kurt Hennig.
What a tribute. What a great tribute to Kurt Hennig.
Wait a minute.
That's Low Key
with the tag belt. Low Key just leveled Harris and Storm with one of the tag title belts. There was no call for that.
Well, they're sending a message. Obviously, Vince Russo, Sports Entertainment Extreme, in the form of Low Key, who is one of the members of Triple X, sending a message to America's Most Wanted as Low Key with the post-match attack and the beating with the championship gold as he lays out both Storm and Harris. Wow. We're going to need to catch our breath here, get our bearings. What a wild way to kick this program off. What a great tribute that was.
Yes.
As Chris Harris used Kurt Hennig's favorite finishing move, the perfect flex.
That just giving me chills.
And America's Most Wanted, they have advanced in the first round. I'm getting word about a very interesting interview. I think Goldilocks is headed back to the SEX area, and she may have Vince Russo. Goldie, if you can hear me, take it away.
Vince, can you just tell us what you're waiting for? Hey, I'm just trying to ask you a question. Who are you waiting for? Look, Bob didn't help me out last week. I'm just going right to the source. Who are you waiting for?
It's none of your business who I'm waiting for. You'll find out who.
It's my job.
Yo, what's with the Sandman here tonight, Raven? He's
Sandman,
your
sir?
buddy. This CCW bullshit. He's in there whipping everybody with his cane.
You're saying Sandman?
Yeah, he's here tonight. What do you know about this?
I don't know
Where
anything
were you
about
from
it.
the beginning of the show? It's got...
Whoa!
Sandman's outside!
Sandman, who earlier took out both of the Harris brothers, now on the attack against his longtime rival, Raven. What a history those two have.